Today I wanted to talk to you about how the rich get rich and how they accumulate wealth. And I think it's the best thing you can do is model them and find out what they did, how to get rich, and then just do what they did. And the statistics say that 30% of the wealthiest people in the world own 97% of the wealth. 10% of the wealthiest people in the world own 85% of the wealth. You can look at a list of the 10 wealthiest people in the nation, and you're going to find that all but one of them were entrepreneurs. All but one of them, Jeff Bezos being at the top, and Mark Zuckerberg, and the guy who founded Oracle, Bill Gates, and then his follow-up president, Ballmer. They're all entrepreneurs. Well, I guess Ballmer wouldn't be an entrepreneur. He didn't start it. But so my question to you is, if you know that that's how you make wealth, why don't you just go become an entrepreneur? That's what I've done. I made what money that I made by being an entrepreneur, by being a financial advisor, breaking out of the system, recognizing that there was a need for changing the way it was set up and changing financial advisors from people who eat what they kill to people who get paid for what growth they bring into other people's investments. I then went out and bought a bunch of financial advisors' practices and built a substantial business. So that's how I did it. I was an entrepreneur. But do all entrepreneurs succeed? No. This is the Christmas web. After I sold my business in 2005, I sat down at the encouragement of my daughter and wrote a children's book about our family Christmas tradition. What you see behind me here is the remains of the Christmas web. I printed them, had them made in China. I designed the cover, I designed the whole product, and sent the money to China, and they sent me the product back. All in all, I think it was about $125,000 loss. I have since written it off my income taxes, so in essence, you paid for it. You, the citizens of the United States, because I took advantage of my knowledge of the U.S. tax code. And that $125,000 was written off against any of my subsequent income. So entrepreneurship is the way to become rich. So I challenge you. I talk to you a lot about investing, and for the most part, you're investing in entrepreneurs. I talk to you about real estate, and that would be another way you could become an entrepreneur. You have to set up another tax entity, whether it be a subchapter S or a limited liability corporation or a partnership or a sole proprietorship. But you got to have that in order to flow the income through. So my challenge to you is to get rich now by becoming an entrepreneur. Well, Kerry, that's easy to do. What would you do? Well, I think I'm about to go down that road. I think I have discovered something that is going to make me rich all over again. And let me explain it to you. I got into this whole thing through real estate. If you read my book, you know that I had some issues and lost my daughter, and I needed to find something to do. So I got into real estate. The real estate took me to YouTube, and YouTube has now taken me back to real estate. And what I'm doing is creating a company that is going to fill a void that I feel is ready for disruption. In the real estate world, you have the agent who goes out and gets a listing and then tries to find a buyer. And when they complete that task, they get back on the treadmill and start running again, and just keep going round and round and round. And then there's a few of them that represent REITs. A REIT is a real estate investment trust. And this is a company that basically goes and finds investors who want to get into real estate and get the benefits of real estate investment. And then they contact real estate agents who find them homes that they then put their investors' money in. Well, I got to thinking, and you've maybe seen some videos on it. Why don't we just cut that middleman out? Why don't we just cut them out? That's exactly what Zillow and Open Door are doing. They're going to cut the broker out and say, hell, we'll just use the agent and deal directly with the seller and come in and fix their house up and turn around and flip it. They've been flipping for years. Let's us do it. So Zillow and Open Door are cutting out the establishment. So I said to myself, well, okay, let's cut the REIT out. Let's Carrie, why don't you speak to your tribe? Well, you get about 200,000 views a month. And why don't you speak to your tribe and suggest that if any of you out there are real estate agents, why don't we cut out the REIT and find you the investors? Oh, and if there's any of your 200,000 that are investors or no investors, contact us and we'll put you in contact with the real estate agent, and then you can invest direct, and we'll cut the REIT out. Why not? I mean, the REIT's probably got a 30-story building and employs 3,000 people, and they have executives who make, millions of dollars a year, and they have overhead. Well, hell, that's not efficient. So that's what Jeff Bezos did. He cut the bookstore out. He's working now on cutting Best Buys out. Zillow, as I say, is cutting the broker out. So that's the way to do it. What did Mark Zuckerberg do? He just cut the magazines, the newspapers, and the television stations out. What did Google do? They closed the libraries. So you disrupt. So that's what I'm going to do. And will it happen? I don't know. I thought this was going to happen, and you can see I'm still sitting with a bunch of them. Go to my website. You'll see it best. That one is christmasweb.com. I put $10,000 into that website. So I know failure, but you don't. You don't know failure. Because you haven't had the balls to step up with your idea and give it a shot. Make a run at it. Think it through. Did this come to me? No, this came to me as a result of you. I had an individual, a tribe member, contact me and say, hey, I have a course that I'm teaching. I want to teach real estate agents how to sell, how to identify investors, how to identify potential rental property and put it together. Someone like you or one of you came and asked me about it. Another one of you came and said, hey, I'm doing something like this in Jacksonville, Florida, and I spent an hour on the phone with him. And so now all I'm doing, and you've heard me say this together, is connecting the dots. It's just a natural progression of fulfilling a need and then becoming a disruptor as you fulfill that need, as you fulfill the desires of the real estate agent, of the investor, and I don't know, certainly not the desires of the REITs, because again, with technology, you don't need it. You don't need that infrastructure. So that's what I'm doing. I challenge you to do the same. I challenge you to go down into the description and tell me what's on your mind, what your your new disruption is and how technology is going to help you achieve that. And then ask me for suggestions or what I might be able to do. If this is the kind of thing that you think might open your life up and give you an opportunity to be something more than what you are now, go down here to where it says bestofusinvestors.com and send me and go there and sign up. Give me your email address and your name, and then you'll be a part. You'll come to. I'll send you a letter in the morning. I'll send you a letter every morning that the market is open, and I'll share other ideas there with you. I'll also give you a link to go to our Discord. That's what I call our tribe, where we exchange more ideas. I'm holding a meeting today at 1 o'clock with real estate agents who are interested in the endeavor I was just talking to you. How again did this happen? It didn't happen all from my mind. It happened from my tribe's minds who shared information, and then I connected the dots. Let me help you connect the dots for your dream. And that's what it is. You have the information, you have the knowledge, all you need is the courage. And all you got to do to get the courage is get rid of that unwanted roommate in your head that says, I can't do that. There's no way I could be one of the richest people in the world. Well, you probably won't be, but you'll be a hell of a lot richer than you are now. And maybe it won't work out. Trust me, I know what it looks like when it doesn't work out. I got to find a place to either shred these things or I got to find a place to give them away. I don't know. I've already paid for them, or the U.S. government had through my tax returns. So become a part of our team. I want to help you be successful. I've got years of experience. I've got some knowledge. I'm not the smartest guy on the block, but what I do better than most people is connect the dots. And you look at the list that I show you here of the 10 richest men in the world or people. All they did was connect the dots and eliminate the cumbersome infrastructure that is a thing of the past. So that's my tip to you today. Join us, be a part of this, and I'll just keep connecting the dots and sharing it with you.